Hello everyone, this is PaperSpock, and I am starting a brand new playthrough of a video game called Heaven's Vault, and I know a little bit about it, but not a lot. I know it's a game where you're kind of playing as an archaeologist, and a lot of the game is trying to translate things. And I recently played a demo for a different game where I was translating things, but I don't own that game, and I do own this game, and I've heard amazing things about Heaven's Vault. And so I'm hoping to get into it, and so let's begin. And this is just kind of my casual impressions. This is mostly just to kind of share with friends, but if you're someone else, I welcome you along for this journey too.
Stories don't have tidy beginnings. The past is always present. But there has to be a spark. Something that brings the past to light.
Please climb carefully. Okay, I've seen this before, because I tested it out for sense. I've seen just the very tiny first bit of this game. I'm going to say, careful you don't roll backward. It's a long way. Down. Take a moment to rest before you walk, mistress, please. Okay, so if I walk now, I'm moving little short bursts. I have that red meter at the top, and I figured out last time if I just stay still. This is the summit. This is as far as the path goes. Figured out if I stay still a while, I can start walking around freely. So I'm going to let little red bar fill. And we have this nice scenery here. I feel like it's something that's done fairly frequently, but I do kind of like the notion of, we have to pick where to begin somewhere, but there is no real good beginnings. You could always go to something before that. But anyway, we're going to walk over to our bricked up opening, and I apologize if I do any of these. Ooh, when I get really close, it's A, and far away, it says Y. A, B, X, Y. So let's look towards it. I press Y, I walk towards it. Okay, automatically. There is something here. To keep people out, do you think? Or to keep something in? There's something written here. Ancient script. This must have been cut when the mortar was still wet. But I think I can read it. Right now I have no clue what that means. Maybe I will by the end of the game. I'm guessing it's the title, though. I'm guessing that says Heaven's Vault. And I'm wondering if any of the little comma-like structures split up words. One part means heavens, the other means vault. Ooh, is the bricked up building the vault? Okay, the University of Iox, some weeks earlier. Also, I apologize for any pronunciations that I'm sure I'm going to butcher as this game progresses. It'll be especially embarrassing when it does not match with what the voice acting says. But
My
anyway,
story begins on Iox. That was where I met the robot.
Mistress Aaliyah? Mistress Aaliyah Alasra, I have been waiting for you. I have been asked to escort you to Professor Miari. Okay, am I in trouble, and who are you, or I don't need an escort? Okay. Earlier today, I can look at the timeline. Oops, I didn't answer in time. This is interesting. I did briefly look at this. I did briefly look at this earlier, this timeline, when I was trying to see how the game ran, see what settings would work for it. Let's see, I was doing that with mouse and keyboard, so how do I control it here? And jump between events right now. Holy Empire. The Holy Ioxian Empire, based out of the Imperial Palace and ruled by a deified emperor. If I hit the A button, do I zoom in? Nope. Professor Mayari wants me back on Iox. Hopefully I'm not getting thrown out of the university. Came back to Iox. Whatever Professor Mayari wants to tell me is so urgent, she sent a robot to stop me getting lost. Wonder if that's a common thing. I love how we have 2 minutes, 30 seconds, 15 seconds, 1 minute. Okay, so maybe I can change 3 robots, my life, okay. Iox, oh, I can press that and zoom out. That's cool. Oh, this is like a, wonder if this is going to be like the, Outer Wilds board that kind of is a way of keeping track of the information you know. But anyway, maybe it's an actual map, because it does look kind of map-like. Those could be rivers, though I don't know that that would be a logical way for... We might have circular rivers if that's the case. Happens if I press there. Can I go back further? Okay. Quite a few events I can go through. Oh, for each of these I can... Oh, there's so much information here. I'm gonna go to my life. Look through the information here. And I know I'm jumping right into this information. Probably I'm not intended to go quite so deep into this just yet. Oh, I can zoom with the triggers. Okay. But I don't know the true date. The Grey Ladies gave me a day different from the other children in the orphanage. Okay, interesting. Meeting Oroi. Oroi and I became friends, sneaking around the halls. She stole screwdrivers, and I stole books. Elbereth. Is Elbereth where they are? Okay, or is it? We'll find out more about Elbereth soon. There is a tab that says Elbereth. Grey Ladies raised me and found me work from the moment I could walk. I would later work for Timur in his bar, washing up and fetching supplies. Okay. Elbereth is indeed a location. Okay, so these must be the locations at the bottom. Mayari visits the orphanage on Elbereth. What brought her here, I've never understood. My first kiss. We've never thought about what we would... We never thought we would leave the orphanage. Adulthood seemed impossibly far away. Uchi kissing. Oh my gosh. I met Timur. Mayari visits. My first kiss. Mayari takes me to Iox. It was on Iox I got my tuition. It was on Iox that my tuition began in earnest. I worked for Timur, joined the university. I met Tapi. Oroi introduced me to him. He helped her to get started after I left Elbereth, providing her with simple tools and projects. Okay, I'm just kind of skimming through things right now. Oh, okay. Third robot was... That's quite a long time ago. How can I go to that other red portion? I zoom in. I use tabs. Oh, interesting. Okay, so I can jump to robots. I can jump to 3. Oh, I got my third robot. My life, I got robots. This pertains to robots. 3. This is to do with 3. 3 breakdowns. Every robot I've gone, and every robot I own has gone wrong or been lost, but 3 was worse than most. Ooh, 3 is a robot. It's not just every instance of the word 3. Oroi. Why does 3 breaks down have to do with Oroi? Wait, Oroi. Oroi buys 3. Okay. So Roe, the last time Roe was in the picture was 3 years ago. Okay. My life, let's go back. I worked for Timur. Okay, so we have a giant thing here. It's a range of time. So from 20 years ago to around 12 or so years ago. Okay. My first kiss. Oroe. Okay. Ori and I became friends. Hmm. Okay. My life. My birth. So my birth was around 33 years ago. Which would mean that, yeah, okay. That was 33 years ago. That was around 20 years ago, would be 13. So around 14 or 15 for our first kiss. Okay. Think I'm going to, excuse me. Sorry about that. Visits. Well, I came back to Iox. There's a lot of my life that isn't filled out. Maybe I'll get more of it later. Anyway, I'm going to now versus all. Oh my lord. Oh my lord. How far can I scroll back? Obviously, there's nothing relating to my life this far ago, but I keep on holding. How far is it going to go back? Maybe it goes on forever? Probably it doesn't go on forever. And I zoom out. Uh, Make it go to now. Oh, okay. Alright, I'm going to go back to the game. Proper, the professor did not account for her actions. I imagine she is simply being welcoming. This way. Okay, did she say what she wanted? Yes. She said she wanted you. So why has she sent you? Did you do something wrong? That seems unlikely. My ethical core prevents me from serious error. Maybe I should get one of those. Oh, that has an interesting implication. I was under the impression humans already had them, somewhere between the first and second vertebrae. Do you have a name, robot? Is that intended to be a joke, mistress? This way. Should know the professor's urgency was remarkable. Look at her. It looks like a tiger in a cage. Most curious analogy, mistress. You understand I will be required to report it. Required to? Of course. Professor Mayari is my primary user, mistress. Nevertheless, I will try to sugarcoat your opinion. What do you think of the sculpture? It has a pleasing balance to it. Where is the statue? Worth the time to make it? I see the tree. Oh, unless it's that weird structure of... It's like cubes? Aren't there people in Elbereth who don't eat? Are you... Should we not be making history rather than reviewing it? Let's reply that way. Be quiet, whoa! Tree of Knowledge. Yes, the Tree of Knowledge is what I saw, so it must be different than the sculpture. Or so they call it. Each branch grows more branches. Ooh. Tree is still there. The whole university centers around it. That's cool. We have a question mark. Okay. I'm going to back out, and we finally reach the sun. Wherever that is. Why is Mayari's room so far from everything? I imagine she enjoys her view of the tree, mistress. I am
I was
sure it is most
15
pleasing to her.
when Mayari rescued me from the slums of Elbereth and brought me here. I'd never seen such luxury or such kindness.
Have camera control here. I'm gonna walk over to that sculpture. Uh-oh, the robot did not like that. Aaliyah, get into my... Oh, it wasn't the robot. Get into my office this instant. Professor, is that you? Get in here or I'll tell the doctors to slash the ropes on your precious ship. Whoa! Okay, we need to head right in there. Apologies for shouting, mistress. I must replicate tonal patterns when delivering message. You think she would do it? Cut the nightingale adrift? She would like to impress on you the idea that she would. Did I get turned around? Yes, I did. I want to go down and look at that statue. I think I spend most of the game in ruins, so I probably don't get to look around this place much. Professor Mayari? Aaliyah, there you are. Come in. You want the robot to wait outside? I think the answer is no, but I didn't like the other questions. And why would I want that? Thank you, Professor. That was kind of mean to the robot, actually. It's good to see you again. I don't want to say I came as soon as I got your message. Me or it? I don't know what that's... Really, Aaliyah? Don't be so uncouth. Tell me what you need. Straight to business. Very good. You're an expert on history. Tell me what you want to make of this. Ooh. I'm gonna say it's a brooch. Yes, Aaliyah? But I didn't summon you halfway across the nebula to tell me that. It's certainly old, that's obvious, but we'll see what she says. Empire period. Ah, the device is the eagle and sun. Ooh, I get to say more than that. Okay. One of the scholars sent this brooch to me. Janiki Renaba. Do you know him? Nice present. Did he want a better office? Oh, look at that detail before I throw you out. I see them, ancient markings. I know they're a hobby of yours, Leah. But can you read them? Ooh. Okay. Eagle wing brooch. Never seen either of these groupings before. The two words have some common elements, so they must have related meanings. Well? Ooh, I get to pick between two options. Hmm. Gosh. I don't know why I would pick either of these. I'm gonna say friend, just to say something. Friend. I want to go back. Because the other one has an option for Emperor and Holy Emperor. Friend Beloved is kind of a strange message. Maybe it works with the grammar that this language has, but Holy Emperor seems to make sense as a entire message for a brooch. Holy Emperor, but I'm only guessing. I don't know if that helps at all. Renaba wasn't the kind to send me trinkets. There's some significance to this brooch. I don't know what. Janiki told me he'd found something. That was more than a month ago. Janiki isn't like you. Excuse me? Sorry about that. He's an Ioxian through and through. What's this got to do with me? I would have thought that was obvious. I can't go hunting the nebula for missing people, Aaliyah, but you can. You're worried about him. He's important to me. I don't know what he was doing out there. He told me he was going to a moon called Maersi. I want you to find him. That's what you do, isn't it? Find things? I'll see what I can dig up. I think that's the best I can say. I'll see what I can dig up. Get out of my office, you Elberethan rat. And you're taking the robot with you. Maersi is a tiny rural moon. Is this a solar system? Come on, robot. We're not welcome here. You are not welcome, mistress. Inscriptions? I annoyed my Ari. Could that have gone differently? It doesn't seem how I'm at. It doesn't seem to matter how I treat her. She still puts up with me. Okay. How do you feel that went, mistress? Fine. I don't think it went fine at all. I don't want to be mean to the robot either. It went fine. Will we go to Maersi, mistress? You heard her. Oh, question. Have you been to Maersi, robot? No, mistress. Obviously, it is a moon of little importance, I believe. Inscriptions do. Ah, okay. Mary gave me a brooch. Holy Emperor? Can I revisit this? Change the meaning? Holy... It could have been friend Emperor. Holy Beloved. Yeah, I think Holy Emperor makes the most sense with the information I have. Albereth is my home. Let's try more up when I want to sleep well. Okay, now we can explore. Why? So why would this Renaba go there? I have no idea, mistress. Renaba was a roboticist. Mercy has no robots as far as I'm aware. Can I just say, Mistress Aaliyah? It is so wonderful to be accompanying you. Oh, yes? And why is that? I find humans fascinating, and you're different to most here. I've only recently been activated. I'm calling you 6. Ooh. So there must have been 2 robots between this one and 3. I shall remember that. I wonder if I got my RA's translation correct. I think I did. The shape shows that this is an Empire piece. Emperor. Cool. And the emperors believed themselves to be gods, so it makes sense that the words would be almost the same. Holy. But it still doesn't tell me. Where did this thing come from? Oh yeah. Tell me, are you still wasting your time on your curious notions of history? Miyari wants me to find... Maybe I shouldn't have told him that, but oh well. Miyari wants me to find Janiki Renaba. You haven't lured him into archaeology as well, have you? He was always so devout. What do you mean? Well now. Your ideas are hardly wholesome. All that death and decay. You should devote yourself to a real science. Metallics, maybe. Loop philosophy. History is a science. It's the exploration of the past. Through evidence and theory. Honestly. Whoa, dude. Most people think you will not be content until you have unearthed your own skull. Good faith, Deolia. May the waters light your way. Whoa, dude. Let's go up to this tree. Why? I really hate him. Understandable, mistress. That's Huang. Aaliyah! Okay, let's walk over to Huang. Huang's walking over to me. I didn't know you were back on Iox. How are you, Huang? Well enough, well enough. I've been reading all day. I just came outside to rest my eyes. And there you were. Got a new robot. I've called it 6. Greetings, Master Huang. Another one? Is that wise? You don't always bring them back. You don't ever, really. I'll walk you to the dock. What were you reading? The Annals again. Did you know? Mazawi claims the Holy Empire was founded by 3 wolves racing to heaven. Each one toward the throat of the other, as the 3 fell to the earth. Are you really interested? Absolutely. Tell me more about this. Alright, most people glaze
He began
over.
to talk with such passion that his eyes glittered,
Aw.
and he seemed to grow at least an inch taller.
Oh yeah? That was fascinating. Wish I'd gotten to hear it, actually. There's hundreds of volumes like that. Sometimes I think there are 3 stories to explain everything, and none of them agree. Other times I think there's just one story that gets retold for every occasion. Have you heard of a place called Myrcy? No, but I've barely even been off Iox. Tell me, what do you make of this brooch? Let's see what he thinks of it. That's a nice piece. I've not seen anything quite like it. There's something written on the back. I want to see if he agrees with the translation or has some different insight. Ancient script? Let's see. First word is one I've seen before. It's a descriptive form of the word for God. That's what I thought too. Maybe I should have asked if he was sure, try to get more of an analysis from him. Holy, that's cool. Symbology is classical empire, of course. The eagle and sun. Older, more ancient versions have more naturalistic birds. Oh, it seemed heavy to me. Heavy brooches held up heavy cloth. Light brooches held up light cloth. That may have belonged to someone important. Well, Elia, before you go, you have the time, that is. Always. Here, see what you think. Empress. Passage from the Annals. I know one of these words. I'll have to guess the other 2. Empress. Robots, laborers, rebels, or circuits. Okay. Empress, banished or buried? She. Okay, if she buried the circuits, that would be a strange thing to do. Robots. Rebel. Okay. Banished. My gut here says it's banished robots. You could banish rebels, though. Do they have robots back there? Maybe I'm being silly. Maybe we want buried rebels. Banished rebels would probably make the most sense. Okay. This is interesting. Empress banished rebels? I think that's correct. Quite a monster, isn't it? isn't it? A story from the founding of the Empire itself? I suppose the first Empress was one of your 3 wolves. Well, the annals won't read themselves. Good faith to you. Shall we proceed to your ship now? Have you sailed before, Six? I have no idea, mistress, but I am keen to find out. And so we left the hollowed walls of the university. I wish I could have explored more. I wanted to walk around. Ooh. If I press Y, can I jump back in time and review it? No, I don't think so. I can, like, see it here. Hmm. Okay. Okay. Alright, I'm going to peek and see how we're doing for time. We are at a half hour. This feels like a good stopping point. Aboard the Nightingale, my ship is my refuge. It's the only place that's truly mine. Okay, that's a good... I can stop this episode here and start a new one picking right up at this moment. So I thank you all for watching, and I will see you next time when I continue this game. I don't feel like I'm going to talk about it a little. I'm going to talk a little bit about my thoughts before I fully wrap up. The translation mechanic in this game has you choosing between several options for each word, which seem plausible. The game that I had played the other day, the demo for The Chance of Sonar, it instead had you look at context and type in your own meaning. That wouldn't work here with what's been done so far because I don't have any larger context to draw from. So this game feels like, even though they're both games where you're trying to translate a language, it feels much more different than I was expecting. I think it's going to scratch some interesting itches in my brain in terms of trying to figure things out, but I don't think it's going to scratch the same itches that I had went in expecting it to, because I am choosing from limited options, and I'm using the context of the other choices that I'm given to try to work out the meaning. I figure that eventually I'll probably be taking in some context from the outside world, but it's not as open-ended as Chance of Sonar was. Though Chance of Sonar did have moments where the demo, of course, had moments where I had to try to confirm my understanding by taking information and matching symbols with words in this kind of journal I had. This game also does a different sort of confirmation thing. As I move on, hopefully I'll be thinking less of Chance of Sonar, but I think that I'd like to play Chance of Sonar in the future, so I'm going to go ahead and stop it here, though. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.